I've been to Germany and I got beautiful fabrics over there. Quite a few pieces actually. I'm here to share them with you and also my experience over there. Hi sewing friends, I'm Karina from liftingpinsandneedles.com. Welcome to this channel that is all about sewing, limitless sewing. And for a few episodes, we've been going around Europe, visiting different fabric shops and finding amazing fabrics. I'm focused on finding fabrics that I just absolutely love because I don't have that much space or budget to take them around with me, especially when we were traveling in Europe. I didn't have much space. So anything I got, I had to absolutely love. We got to Frankfurt one morning super early, very crisp, freezing weather. Out of all the countries we went to in Europe, it was the coldest one. As soon as we got there, we headed straight over to the Romanberg Square, which is a must-see place in Frankfurt. Today we flew early from Rome to Frankfurt and we're at the Romanberg Square, and check out how pretty. As soon as I knew we were coming here, I really wanted to see this place because it's so pretty. And check out the blue sky. Beautiful day. Buildings are just so pretty. Oh, I can't believe I'm here. It's just the most prettiest place. Check out the beautiful cathedral in Frankfurt. It's really nice. I love the pink tones of the walls. And it's got such a different look to the ones that I saw in Italy. Gorgeous. Now, this one, supposedly you could climb a tower and see the whole city, but it's closed on the day that we came. Close to the Romanberg Square, just a few blocks, not much walking distance. I knew there was a fabric shop because I searched stuff on Google and I found one called Atia Stuff. So I headed over there. I asked the owner, the man inside, if I could film, and he said no. So that was fine. I filmed a little bit outside where I could, just the window. But the fabric inside was amazing. It was a very small shop, but it had so much variety. He had many fabrics discounted. I knew it was here. It's only about 2 blocks away from the cathedral. Atia Stoffe. Before just heading in there with my camera, I have to ask if I'm allowed to film because, yeah, I don't just want to assume everything's okay. And yeah, I don't know how I'm going to say that. I've got Google Translator helping me so far. So the man said I wasn't allowed to film. That is fine. I had the same experience in a shop in Italy. I'm not sure the reasons, but it's okay. He was very nice though. And I got 3 pieces of fabric. There was a lot to see and the prices were much friendlier than the ones in Italy. Very nice quality as well. Let me just show you what I can see from the outside. But there was a lot of jersey and a lot of winter fabrics. So check out that wool right there. It's a wool blend, 15 euros. This one over here, totally doable. Lots of rayon, and it was a lovely shop. If I would have had more space in my suitcase, I would have definitely taken more. I did get something and I'll show you that later. Now, rayon is easy to carry. It's not heavy and the price was great. I think it was 12 euros. So I got this animal print, which is super lovely. I love the caramel tones. I've got pants and skirts and everything to match this. And this animal print's a little bit different because it's got shades of green in there. Military green along with the beige and the golden caramel. So this is gorgeous. I just got 1 meter. It'll be one cute summer blouse. And I was so happy to have this fabric from there. I usually buy wovens, but I found this Ponte Roma that I couldn't leave behind. It's a rayon poly spandex blend. It's so soft. Stretches this way, not much vertical stretch like most Ponte Roma. It's got just a bit of give, but this way it's amazing and I love the drape. Check out that print right there on top of the checks. It's like big black flowers. 1.5 meters can get me so many things, like a simple pair of pull-up pants or a little jacket or a dress. So many options. I haven't really defined what I'm going to make with all these fabrics because I just got them and I'll just see as I go what they become. Sometimes I have clear visions, other times I don't. What I have clear though is that 1.5 meters is a good amount that will give me a few options. And because I'm limited in space, I think 1.5 meters was okay. I think this was about 12 euros a meter. I'm from what I can recall. The last fabric I got from the shop, I sort of regret it, but not regret it because I don't like the fabric. I love it. It's just, it's so heavy and so thick. Got 2 meters, and check it out. It's this. It's a wool material, wool blend. It's got big checks. Check out in comparison to my face, the proportions right there. So he had one bolt on sale at 10 euros a meter. So I couldn't pass this up. The price was just too good, and this was just too pretty to leave behind. It's 2 meters, but look at the thickness. I don't know how much this weighs, but yeah, I put this in my son's suitcase while we were traveling. It took up a lot of his space, but I only regret it because it's so heavy. But it's amazing. I couldn't leave it behind at this price, and this beauty is going to make an amazing jacket with 2 meters. I have enough for me to match up, you know, some stripes and checks on the sides. You know, you always have to count for a little bit more. So I was super happy to get this one there, and the price was amazing. That shop, if you're ever in Frankfurt, it's a must-see. Just don't take your camera there, but you will surely find something beautiful there. Next, it was time to eat. Klein Market Halle. I'm probably pronouncing it horribly, but it's a beautiful food market in Frankfurt. You must go there. So much to see, different varieties, and it's all fast food, but you can find healthy options. We don't do restaurants, so let me just show you a little bit in there. I'm in the city center in the Klein Market Halle, which is a food market. Amazing. Oh my gosh. I'm not a foodie. I'm not usually dying to eat stuff and try stuff. But the things I've seen here, the pastries, oh my gosh. Check out the gorgeous olives. We didn't get any this time. We'll probably get some tomorrow. Look at these little chocolates. They look so aesthetic, so gorgeous. We shall see if we get a few to try them out. They just look so amazing. This little bakery here, Hake, we got one of those pretzels right there for €1. Super salty, mega salty. And then all these little pastries over here, so nice. I got that apple torchen, which was like an apple pie, beautiful. And then my husband got that, which is like a dough with cherries and things. It's called Straußenlatenkirsch. I can't pronounce German, but that was glorious as well. Yeah, these I would have eaten them all, but you know, we can't do that. Such an amazing place to eat. It's harder to find vegetarian options because we're vegetarian, and you know, everyone's making a line to get the sausage. Let me show you. It's just a regular bread with a huge sausage on the inside, and there's a whole line for them. Let me see if I can show you. This shop has been here for decades, apparently. So you get a huge sausage with mustard and a piece of bread. I think that's what it is. I would have to be under duress to eat a sausage because I'm vegetarian, but it seems to be what everyone wants here. Those little artichokes that are spiced. Oh my gosh, I want one of those. Definitely worth coming over here. It's just beautiful. I hope we can come back tomorrow before we leave Frankfurt to have lunch here again, try something new. The afternoon, we spent walking around some more, seeing the sights, and we knew there was a big mall. Next to that big mall, there was another fabric shop called JP Stoff. So let me show you what happened there. Check it out. JP Stoff, since 1996. This is another fabric shop right in front of a huge mall over there. I have quickly gone inside and asked the lady working there if I'm allowed to film, and she said fine as long as she's not there in the footage. So that is amazing. I just had like a 1-second look around the shop and it looks amazing. So let's head into JP Stoffel. I'm not sure how to pronounce the word. I know that that word there means fabric. So it's quite big, super nice. I can see there's a lot of jerseys. Look at all these stretch velvets right here. So nice. This is rayon. I like these prints because they're different. See, they're not floral or anything. They look like works of art to me. I don't know what the price is, but I have to ask. It seems to me that they cost 12 euros, might be. So far, I have found the prices much more accessible here in Germany compared to Italy, but there might be other more expensive ones inside. Lots of zippers, Velcros, elastic. Whenever I see these, I always think, which one would I pick if I could have my pick? This one here would be my pick. It's a wool clay, and it's got some pink under there, light pink and grey. So gorgeous. Look at the walls down there. Look at those. Oh my gosh, these are sweater knits, but really, really heavy. Here are lighter wool materials. Oh my gosh, look at this. That is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, these, even though you have to pattern match, they are amazing. I like this one. Love this. Okay, from far away, I saw this one. It stood out to me. This is a rayon sateen. It's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. I love that. I love that so much. It's got all the colors I love. And it seems to cost 18 euros, maybe. I love this linen rayon blend. I think that's what it is. Right here. That is amazing. So I'll be able to ask the prices. Lovely cottons over here. So many prints. It's quite overwhelming actually, because I would buy at least 10 that I saw that I liked. Here are some Italian cottons. I can tell because of the selvage tessuto alta moda. This is from Italy. Amazingly soft cotton. Look at how different this is. I'm not actually sure what it is, but it's quite fuzzy, and this is the wrong side. Maybe it's not even apparel fabric, but it's super impactful. Love the look of this. Oh, look at this. This is a jersey. This is rayon spandex. I'm trying to not get taken in by the print because I don't buy rayon spandex anymore, but it's lovely. Here are a lot of cotton jerseys. Look, little sheep. How cute. After a good look, there's two that I want to ask the price of. Maybe you're guessing which. But yeah, I can't wait to see what the prices are because I really fell in love with one of them, with two actually. Okay, I got 3 fabrics. So excited. I love the fabrics I've chosen from here. They're ones I'm going to use a lot in Brazil. I went for the prints because, yeah, check it out. Amazing, I'm so happy. Okay, now I have to go meet my family who went to the mall, which is just across the street. I didn't get a bag, so it's going to be a little bit awkward walking around like this. The woman there attending was so lovely. She told me they have their main store a city away from here, just a bus ride away. She said it's massive, massive. It's a shame I'm only here till tomorrow afternoon, or else it would have been amazing to go there. Such a beautiful shop, so many options. The prices were amazing. There were knits, wovens, different varieties, thicknesses. You would have gone crazy if you visit this shop. I could have had a whole luggage just for what I liked from that shop. Amazing. So check it out. I showed you this one on the roll. I couldn't leave without it. It was 18 euros a meter. It's a rayon satin, but check out the colors. It's just gorgeous. Amazing. I think the colors suit me super well. And I love rayons with texture and different types of weaves that are heavier than the typical plain rayon weave, which is fine. But when it's a little heavier, it's also a little nicer. So this was amazing. I got 1.5 meters, which seems to be my go-to when the fabric's a little bit pricey. Now, the next two are the same blend, just different prints. This is rayon 70%, linen 30%. Also got 1.5 meters, and check it out. Navy with flowers in green and other tones of blue, a little bit of white in there. Just precious. The hand, the way this feels is amazing. Again, nice and heavy, nice and drapey, but with that look of the linen, just the best thing. And then the next one is like this. A little lighter background of white with black and tones of brown in there. Sort of large scale print, which I can get away with because I'm tallish. Another great find, an amazing shop. I spent so long in there. I took my sweet time. The lady that was in there was so nice, excellent English. I was able to have a nice conversation with her, and it was so good. Eisener Steg, aka the Iron Bridge, is a bridge that crosses the Main River in Frankfurt, and it's just for people to walk through. There's no cars going on there, so it's quite narrow. Beautiful, just at sunset. We took beautiful family pictures there. Lots of locks where people write their names, couples, and put them there. An amazing place and a great way to finish off the day. We've made it to the riverside over here, and behind us is a bridge for people to walk through, and it's just such a lovely afternoon. Look at that church behind me. Eisenersteg is the name of the bridge here. People call it the Iron Bridge right here. And this is the river, Main River. We're gonna go across now. So cool. Lots of runners, and we can walk over the Main River. The next day in Frankfurt was just hubby and I, because my son had plans with a friend that he's known online for years. They finally met in person, and hubby and I went up to a big tower, Darmstadt Tower, main tower, viewing deck up on the top, beautiful sights. I have a little bit of problem with heights. I get tummy sensations and sense of doom, and it's just really hard for me to get up to the edge. But it's a while. I have to get myself through it and just go there. And we were able to recognize where we'd been the day before from up there, quite high. The elevator took a couple of seconds to get up there. It was pretty nice. Now, that day, we were planning to travel to Berlin in the afternoon, pretty long train ride, about 4 hours. So I was dressed super casually, athleisure as you will. The pants ready to wear out of an athletic knit sneakers, my down jacket, 2 base layers with fleece, and my La Bella Donna top that I have for winter, which is a long sleeve with a hood in double brush poly. So that was my comfy outfit for the day, because we had a long train ride. A friend on Patreon told me, because I was posting updates there, the train will always be late in Germany. I couldn't believe it. And she was right. We had to wait an extra half an hour for the train to arrive so we could head to Berlin. Now, the next day in Berlin was the coldest I've ever felt. I think it was about -8 degrees Celsius, which is that amount in Fahrenheit. It was beyond what I've ever felt in my life, probably since I can remember. Bridge over the Spree River. And maybe you can see the ice on the surface. It's really cold, but amazingly sunny today. We're out on a freezing walk early morning in Berlin. I think it's about -7 degrees Celsius, which is pretty low. I am wearing a hat. I just took it off because of vanity, But it's a gorgeous day. We're going to see all the sights in Berlin today. This is that big library here in Berlin, and this is the inside courtyard. Love those little branches climbing up the walls. Wow. This is a free little sample. I've been walking in the streets for a while just to let this solidify. It's so cold, and it's no longer dripping hot chocolate. I got a cappuccino in a waffle, and it's got pistachio and chocolate on the inside. Wow. Check out the Brandenburger Gate behind me over here in Berlin. Very beautiful. What I have behind me is the Berlin Cathedral, and then next to it is the TV tower from Berlin. We paid the ticket to come into the cathedral, and it's so impressive. Wow. Camera does not do this justice. It's amazing. The pipes for the organ, super impressive. I wonder how that sounds like when they're playing the organ. We're going to the top, and it's 287 steps, but there's 360-degree panoramic views up there, so it's going to be worth it. The best thing is that these stairs aren't claustrophobic like other cathedrals. There's plenty of space. Now it's getting a little bit narrower, stairs getting a little bit smaller.
Another 100 steps to go.
Just another 100 steps to go. Check out these little steps now for 100 steps. So just the first part was wide and everything. Now it's getting a little bit claustrophobic. Okay, we made it. So you can go all the way around and see the whole city from up here. Check out the statue. I was seeing that one from way below, but here it's right next to me. Even though the view was breathtaking, I struggle with heights so much, like my stomach in knots. I was desperate to get back down. Check out how it is to go down. Tiny, tiny steps. I find going down worse than going up. It hurts my knees somehow. We will make it down. So I couldn't really get through the day with the jacket I was wearing. I had to go into a shop and I got a brand new jacket. So my life changed after that. I'll show you a picture of the jacket here while I'm in a laundromat because we had to go to one of those every couple of days to wash our clothes. But yeah, after the jacket, I was sweet. I was good. From the area where we were in Berlin, I looked at where the fabric shops were and they were so far away. Like, they were far away, like thousands of stations on the subway, the metro. I just couldn't get to one. It just did not fit in our schedule. We only had 2 days there and I couldn't go to any fabric shop in Berlin. I knew on Fridays there's an amazing outdoor market that sells fabric, but we were there on a Wednesday and Thursday, so that didn't happen. But it was still super nice to be in Berlin. I knew I had all the fabric from Frankfurt, so that was okay. The next day in Berlin, we had only half a day there because we had a plane to catch to Paris. We spent those few hours at the Berlin Zoo. I hadn't been to a zoo in ages, like years, and I love zoos. I love going there, but this was a frozen zoo because everything was frozen and a lot of the animals were not in the enclosures. They were in their winter indoor areas, so we couldn't see them. We're at the Berlin Zoo today, and I'm excited to see pandas. I've never seen pandas before. And it's a really cold day. The zoo is pretty empty, pretty peaceful. Hopefully it's a great experience. There's also an aquarium here. These animals are in like greenhouse situations, so it's like an indoor enclosure. Super warm when you step in here. And the smell, oh my gosh. We're in the hippo enclosure and there's a mom and the baby. And the baby was facing this way just a second ago. It's so cute. And behind them, there's 2 hippos that are fighting, but you can't see them because they're behind that island. Here are the 2 humongous ones. They come out for a breather and then they go back down. Big rhino right there. And check out this little frozen lake down here. That belly on that goat. Oh my gosh. It looks almost square from sideways. Wonder if it's pregnant. Hey, I touched it. I touched a goat. Imagine it just grabbed my hair or something. still, I saw a lot of animals I'd never seen before, like wildebeests and lots of different birds. I saw frogs that are poisonous, made out of multicolors. I'd never seen those before. And just so many things, the hippos or rhinos. We saw zebras mating spontaneously. They were just there in their enclosure and they just decided to mate. And that was interesting. And the pandas. That is actually why I wanted to go, because I knew they had pandas. They had babies. They have a couple and they had babies a few months ago. So I really wanted to see the pandas. The pandas were the highlight. I just love seeing them eating their food, doing their thing. They're just so cute. They were in an indoor place, really warm. They were very comfortable. They do have areas to go outside when it's hot, but for now in the winter, they were just in the indoor areas and it was very big, looked very nice. That's all from Germany. Next stop is Paris. And in Paris, I went fabric shopping in 2 separate days in 2 separate areas of the city. I got a fair bit of fabric. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on all these different episodes. We'll be back sewing very shortly. In the last episode, I told you that I had almost an empty nest. My son was leaving in a couple of hours when I filmed. He's already left. He's already back home in Brazil. I had a mini meltdown at the airport, crying and such after he left. Yeah, it's not the same thing. It just feels really weird. And it's weird to be empty nesting in not my nest, because this is a rental house. It's not even my house. But we'll get used to it. We'll see him again in a couple of months and it'll be okay. He's old enough. He's not like a little child. He's almost 19. So he'll be fine. It's just I have to get used to not having him around every day.